Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of photo editing with Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva, and Lightroom tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 13, where I'll be showing you guys how you will be able to use photo collage editing in Canva. So I will show you guys about few of the basic collages, some of the presets which are already there in Canva, how you guys will be able to use those. And also, if you do want to edit a collage type structure in your document itself, I'll be showing you guys how to do that as well. Throw in some graphics into that. I will show you how to do that as well. So let's not waste time. Let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of the Canva. Okay, so the first thing what you're going to do over here is you want to create or customize size. Let's take 1080 into 1080 pixels. And now over here, this particular page will get created. Okay, so as I have created this particular page, now if you do want to use most of the basic or the presets or the collages available over here, in that case, you need to go here into the elements option. And from here, let's search for collages. Okay, so you guys can come here and you guys can search for collage. And over here, you guys can see now, if you do want to go back, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can come here, and also you guys can see this is present over here named as grid. Okay, so over here you guys can actually use all of those. Okay, you guys can see different collages over here. Okay, if you do want to put out any, here you guys can see. Now let's go back, and from here let's search for photos. So let's come here, let's search for photos, and over here under photos, let's see. Okay, here you do have a lot of photos. Let's come here. Let's put out this photo over here. Let's select this one. Let's come here. Let's put out this photo over here. This one right over here. And this one, let's keep it over here in the last. Okay, so this is how your photo collage will basically look like. And if you do want to work on with any image individually, you guys can come here and you guys can basically work on with image individually. So let's come here. If you do want to decrease the size, okay, so you guys can come here. Let's just select this image, and from here let's just decrease the size. So if you do want to come over here, let's click on shift, and now this is how you guys can just decrease the size. Let's click on shift, and this is how you guys can actually fit it. Okay, and if you want to expand it, you guys will be also able to do that. Let's come here. If you do want to adjust all of your image, you guys can come here and you guys can just adjust all those images as well. So let's come here. Let's just put this image somewhere like this. Let's double click, and this is how it looks. And in total, if you do want to decrease the size, you guys can come here, click on shift, and in total, you will be able to move the whole collage. Okay, so this is how you guys can basically make one side of your magazine. Okay, you guys can use all of these things up. Let's say if you do want to put out any text over here, you guys can come here and you guys can put on text. And individually, if you want to edit all of it, you guys can come here and you guys can basically change the temperature. If you do want to increase the tint, let's increase the brightness over here in this image as well. You guys can individually work with all of this option right over here as well. Let's make it dark. Let's decrease the tint. Let's increase the brightness over here as well. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to put out your collage. And now let's come down. Let's select another page right over here. And from here, now I'll be showing you guys, if you do want to make your photo collage manually, how you will be able to do that. Okay, so now from here, let's go into my uploads option. And from uploads, let's go to upload files. Okay, so I will come here, I will go to upload files. And now from here, I will select this particular file. Let's select 4 of this and let's open this one up right over here. So now let's go back here on top and let's just select this whole collage itself. If you do want to increase the size, you guys can come here and individually you guys can increase the size quite like this itself. And now let's log this one down. And here you guys can see my photos over here are getting uploaded. So now the first thing what I'll do is I will just select this image, and what I will do is I will just crop this image down. Okay, so I will come here and let's just crop this image up quite like this. And now what I will do is I will just give this particular thing up a rotation. Okay, so I will come here. Let's just give this thing up a rotation from this particular corner. Okay, so let's come here, and from here now I will just keep it quite over here. Okay, so maybe I will just keep it quite over here in one side. Okay, so let's come over here again. Okay, let's come over here, and now let's place it right over here. Okay, so now if you do want to give this one up more rotation, you guys can come here and you guys can give some more rotation. Okay, so now once I have put this one right over here, if you do want me to give a bit rotation, you guys can come here and give this one up a bit more rotation. Let's place it right over here, and now it's time for this image. Okay, so I will come here and I will just select this image, and also the same way what I'll do is I will come here and I will just make this one as a strip. Okay, so I will come here, and what I want to do is I just want to give this thing up a rotation. Okay, so I will come here and now I will just give this thing up a rotation quite over here. Let's just place it over here in one side. Okay, so I will just place it over here in one side. And now let's take this particular image, and also I will just crop this image down. Let's select this one. Let's delete this. Now let's come here. Let's give this image up a rotation as well. Okay, so I will just come here. Let's give this image up a rotation, and also I will just rotate over here. Okay, so now let me just give this one up a good rotation. Let's come over here on top. So I will just place it right exactly over there. So if you do want to increase the size, you guys can come here, and basically you guys will be able to increase the size itself. Okay, so if you do want to give this thing up any rotation, you guys can come here and use all of these rotations up. Okay, so here you guys can see how this actually looks. Okay, so now I'll come here, and if I do want to move it, I can come here and I can just manually drag this one. Okay, so I will come here, take up this image, and lastly, I will select this particular image right over here. And now let's just decrease the size of the image quite from here. And what I can do is I can just paste this image somewhere over here on top. Okay, so I will come here and maybe I will just select this top somewhere. Okay, so I will just come here and I will just select this particular part. And what I can do is now I will just right click and go to layer, and I will send this particular image to the back. Okay, so you guys can come here if you do want to increase the size from here. You guys can come here and you guys can increase the size from here itself. So let's come here. Let's just put it exactly in the same line. And this is the collage which I had just created. And individually, if you want to come to this particular image, let's go to adjust. And from here now, let's select only the background. Okay, so I want to change only the background. So I will come here, and this image is actually checking what is the background of my image. So now I will come here, and now I will just increase the background over here. And now let's just decrease the tint as well. So over here, you guys can see the focus over here has not been changed. Okay, so now I will just increase the brightness of the background, but not here in this particular subject. So I will come here. Let's go down. Let's put on some blacks. So this is how it basically looks. Okay. And you guys can also do all of this with the same thing. Okay, so you guys can actually select all of this. Come here. Let's go to edit photo. And from here, what you guys can do is let's select adjust. And from here, let's select the background. And from here, now I will be able to change the color of the background itself. Okay, so I will just change up the temperature. From here, let's change up the temperature. Let's change up the tint over here. And also I will just increase or decrease the brightness a little bit. Okay, so once I am done, I will go to effects. And from here, now what I can do is I will just put on some graphics. Okay, to make this look good, I will come here. Let's go to elements. And from elements, now I will go to all. And from all, what I'll do is I will come here and now I will type shadows. Okay, so I will come here and now I will just type shadows over here. Let's click on enter. And over here in the graphics option, you guys can see I do have different shadows. Okay, so let's take one shadow right from here. Let's just decrease the size and let's give this thing up a rotation. And let's come here and let's just put up this shadow. Let's come here. Let's just give this thing up a rotation as well. So let's come here. Let's just decrease the size. Let's come here and let's go back again. Let's select this one. And what I can do is I will just decrease the size of the shadow from here itself. Okay, so here you guys can see this is where I do have this particular shadow. Okay, and the same way I can basically put other shadows over here as well. Okay, so let's come here. Let's just decrease the size. And from here, now let's give this thing up a rotation. So what I can do is I will select this one up. And from here, I will just give this up a shadow here as well. Okay, and now again, what I will do is I will come here and let's take this shadow. Let's give this one up a rotation. Now let's decrease the size. Let's come here and now I will just give this one up a more rotation. Let's come here. Let's place it right over here. So I will just decrease the size from the sides. Okay, so I will just decrease the size from here. And here you guys can see this one gives up a different or a realistic look. So I can come here and from here, I will just decrease the size of the shadow. Okay, so over here now I will just increase the size. I will just increase the size from here itself. Let's come here. Let's increase the size. And now again, I will just come here. Let's click onto this option. And from here, I will just decrease the size to a little bit, quite like this. So let's come here. Let's place it. And now let's just increase the size. Okay, so I will just come here and from here, I will just increase the size of my shadow. And I can take my time with this one, So you guys can come here. Let's just put it over here. Okay, and now what I can do is I will just come here. And now let's just go to layer. And from layer, I will just send this backward. Okay, so I can just send this backward and over here only I am able to see. Okay, so this is how it gives up a more realistic view. And if you do want to add more frames, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can search for frames. Okay, otherwise outlines. So I will just search for outlines over here. Let's click on enter. And over here, you guys can see I do have different kind of outlines over here. Okay, so I can come from here and select which kind of outline do I want. So if I come here and if I just select this particular outline, I can select it from here. Otherwise, let's just deselect everything. And from here, let's take on shapes. Okay, so I will come here and I will just take on to this particular shapes. And if you want to give this shape up a rotation, you guys can come here, give this one up a rotation. Let's keep it over here on to this particular side. Let's come here and let's just give this one up a measurement quite like this. Okay, so let's come right over here. And now let's click on to this particular option. And from here, again, what you can do is you can select this one. And now let's bring it over here on top. And also, if you do want to increase the size, you guys can come here and you guys can just click on shift and bring it on a central line. Okay, so you guys can come here and let's select both of this all together. And now let's go to line color. Okay, so I will just take this red color and now I will just increase the line weight. Okay, so I will come here and let's increase the weight of this particular line, maybe to somewhat around 30. And also I will give rounded end points. Okay, so if I do want to add that, I can add that from here as well. So let's come here, let's select this particular path. And from here, now let's try to put it exactly in the same way. So let's come here, let's just zoom into this particular part. And from here, what I can do is I can come here and maybe place this one quite over here. Okay, so I will just come here and let me just give this one up a rounded one. Okay, let's come here, let's give this one a rounded edge. And now it will be easier for me to put. Okay, so over here you guys can see I do have this rounded one right over here on top, and if I do want to move it a little bit, I can come here and I can move this one a little bit as well. So I will just select this one and I will just go to layers, and from layers, I will just click on send to back. Okay, so over here now, if I do want to change the color, let's select this one. Let's select this one as well. And from here, let's go to line color. Okay, so I will just take out this particular color. And if I do want to edit with more colors, I will come here and let's go with something dark. Okay, so I will come here, take up this dark color. And from here, let's go back. Okay, so using Control minus. And this is how my image collage basically looks. Okay, so this one was the one which I had in Canva. I have showed you guys how easily you guys can use this one. And over here, I have showed you how manually you guys will be able to create a photo collage. Okay, so make sure to take your time and do the editing over here. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about image and also more about Canva using photo editing in Canva. So see you all in the next chapter.